Hello and welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. My name is Kristen and it is day 4 of Scrap Timber 2022. And today's prompt is a white background. And that's not too hard for me because that's pretty typical. These pictures are a little odd. I'm documenting 2018 and my kids were taking out their aggression on an old radio. And I brought in these Tim Holtz stamps. I also have those Bo Bunny, but I only end up using the Tim Holtz. And then I have Hickory Smoke and Black Soot in the Distressed Oxide by Tim Holtz. And then I have this Karen Foster paper that I got at Tuesday morning. I got a stack of 25 of them and I'm working my way through them, but MK at Some Assemblage Required got me into the gears, and so I bought these different sets from her, and I think they are so fun, and I thought this would be a good layout to bring those in. So I thought I'd do some stamping on my white background with these inks and use these gears. So I've got my papers, my embellishments, and these pictures, so let's see how this goes. So I start with painting. I am going to move my white paper aside and ink up my gears that I choose. And I didn't want to use too many because it's going to be a pretty simple layout, but I wanted to bring some of them in. And so I'm using the Hickory Smoke. I just smushed some out on some packaging. And I do have a Tim Holtz mat, and I could have got that out. But sometimes when I'm recording, it's really shiny, and so I got to work that out. So I'm just using a watercolor brush, and I am using that Hickory Smoke and just painting the top part of each of these gears. And it actually comes out really good. I wasn't sure how it was going to work. I have acrylic paint that I know is good to use on these, but none of them were gear colored in my opinion. Mostly rainbowy kind of colors, and I really wanted it to be either a black, a gray, a silver, a grungy brown, something like that. So I thought that this ended up turning out really well. So I'm going to set these aside and let them dry now that I have faffed around with them a bit. And then I'm going to get the Tim Holtz stamp and use the Black Soot and start in the bottom left corner, and I'm going to do a diagonal. So I'm going to get this stamp, and it's kind of like splotches or, splatters or something. And so I'm going to put that down in the bottom corner, and then I think I make another one to extend that, yeah. And then I'm going to do the same thing from the top right corner, although I'm going to turn it and make it a little easier for me to work with. So this is my initial beginning, and I don't know exactly how crazy I want to go with the stamping. I'm pretty new to stamping, so I'm just trying to get my bearings and, figure it out, the best way to do things. So I'm just going to get started with those couple of stamps on either side. And originally I was going to mat my pictures in black. I am down to one black matte stack. That means I have used 99 4.5 by 6.5 matte stacks. I need to go to Hobby Lobby. So instead of pulling out a full sheet of paper, even though I have like 8.5 by 11 or some 12 by 12s I could pull out, I decided I'm just going to use my white, which I'm actually getting kind of low on that as well. So I'm going to use the white, and then I'm going to get my Black Soot and just ink the edges. So it still gives me that black charcoaly color, but I've got that white that helps the picture stand out a little bit as well. So I'm going to put those down on the white matte stacks, trim them out, and then ink around all 3 of them. Like I said, we had a stereo that we were getting rid of, And I think that we had not long before this situation watched Office Space. Yes, Office Space, where they destroy the printer or the copier or whatever. And I think that's where this whole idea came from. But anyway, it was just a way to take out some frustrations, I guess. And it was something fun. You don't normally get an opportunity to do. We were very safe. And the kids just took like I don't even know what they had in their hand. But they just destroyed this stereo that no longer worked. So, yeah. The adventurous things that we document. And I did note the date on a post-it note so I don't lose that. So put that down, and I do love the way that looks, but come on, that's boring. Even with MK's wood veneers on there, I gotta have something else. So I'm gonna tack this down, and then I'm gonna pull out my stamps. And I really do like the same stamp. So I'm going to faff with these gears a little bit first, trying to figure out the best way to put them on here. And I have these like double gears and then an individual gear. And I thought that that would be enough for what I'm wanting to do here. And I'm not really going to bring a lot of embellishment in other than the stamping and these gears. I may not bring any other things in. I can't even remember. Maybe some splatters or something. I probably could have brought some other things in, but I don't know. I think I was just really kind of looking for a reasonably simple layout. I've been doing a lot of very detail-oriented, colorful, bright, shiny layouts because I've been working towards using at my Vicky Booten color study. And I've been trying to do lots of layers and stuff. So maybe that's why I'm looking for something uber simple. Plus, if I do way too much, then it kind of takes away from the fact that the challenge was to use a white background. But I don't know. So I'm using the Hickory Smoke now with that same stamp by Tim Holtz. And I just cleaned it off with my Lawn Fawn stamp chamois. I hope I got that right. I'm not sitting at my scrappy desk. And I will make sure to post below if that's not right. Because I'm telling you right now, you need to have one. If you stamp, I love it. It is the best way to clean off my stamps in between, especially when I'm using the same stamp in different colors. So then this is also a Tim Holtz stamp from that same collection. And I'm just using the not Heather Gray, the Hickory Smoke and the Black Soot and doing these little plus signs. I just thought it would give a little bit more to that part where there's nothing. And it kind of brings the stamping all the way across. And I'm just using this little piece of off-white scrap paper so that I don't stamp on my mat. So I just alternate between the Hickory Smoke and the Black Soot from one side across to the other. And I love the way that that looks. I thought it was a good addition to the layout. And like I said, it brought the ink across, but not up into the top left and the bottom right. So it's still giving me that diagonal of embellishment, but and the white background, but it gives you something to look at on both sides. So I am happy with the way this is going, and using new things that I'm not normally using. I've just started using wood veneers in the last, I don't know, couple months really. So I am excited about that. So I looked at doing this one that says something about trouble because I thought that'd be funny. But then I end up picking out this one's one of a kind. I think it's from Field Notes. I write things like that down on the back, but I'm not sure that you'll ever see that. But I found the word adventure in cursive, and I thought that the pretty of that kind of was a good fit for the grunge of the rest of it. Kind of like it throws you off a little, like, oh, look how lovely that word is. compared to the rest of this like grungy, mess. So I kind of liked that, and the word adventure kind of was fitting. So I pulled this arrow out to bring that black up to the top. And then I also am going to pull a couple little, they're kind of like stars or asterisks or something like that, that are from this collection as well. And I'm going to put one in the bottom left and one in the top right of the gears paper. But first I'm going to put down these gears. And like I said, I love the way they look. And because they're the same color as what I've stamped behind there, I think that it helps kind of blend in, but not enough to where it's like, oh, I don't see them kind of thing. So I add those, and then I'm going to get my black soot Distress Oxide ink spray and tap that out around the bottom and the top by where the gears are. I do have my pictures covered. I don't know if you can tell, but I have those covered so that they don't get anything on them, since they're such lovely pictures. And now here is the close-up. Like I said, pretty simple. It wouldn't have taken me so long if it weren't for the painting and the debating back and forth about what I wanted to do. I really enjoy the simplicity of this layout. I love the wood veneers. I think they really turned out great and look really cool on top of that Tim Holtz distressed stamp. So there are those crazy pictures. I think that she's got like a big mallet. God. Such good parenting. Anywho, I hope you will go to the Scrap Timber 2022 playlist and hop along and watch all the fun that's going on. And you should definitely join in, even if it's not to share with the world. Take some inspiration and just use the suggestions and the prompts to get some scrapping done and some memories documented. Have a great day and happy scrapping.